And we are rolling. So, welcome to the MKM podcast. Today is going to be special. I'm at the park and on a basketball court, and I'm just going to be talking just like a podcast, but I'm going to be far away. So, this is just me. I want to test my cameras, and I'm going to raise my hands in three, two, one. And so, this is actually me, it's not a voiceover. The reason why I'm doing this at the park is because initially I wanted to do it in a coffee shop, but I was like, nah, I don't want to be in the way of people, and I don't want to be somewhere I'm not supposed to be talking and filming and infringing maybe other people's liberty or uh, consentment. So, what I like about these podcasts and long form content without a lot of cuts is that I can actually have my mind out and that I can actually um, think and show that I can think and that I like to think. And it's not a 15-second reel that's cut 10 times, that cuts the ums and ahs, even if I do those. So I think it's just more realistic, real, and greater for understanding someone. Of course, it's not like having a real conversation in front of each other in real life, in person, but it's as close as we can get it. Right now, I'm just near a dog park, so if you hear any woof woof, it's dogs, not me. So I was asked by she, sorry about this. So I was asked by Sheng, how have I built my confidence over time? How I built my confidence, uh, it's not something that happens overnight, and it's not something that you hope to have or you're born with, like the boldness or anything. It's like a skill. It's something that you have to develop, and it's something that you have to work on. I'm saying this as if I had all the confidence in the world and that I always knew what to do, but it's not that. It's for a long time in my life, I've not been confident. Just up until recently, let's say 1 year, 2 years ago, that's when it really started because I had credibility. I built my credibility and I created my own confidence. And a lot of people would say fake it till you make it. I don't believe that. I don't believe fake it till you make it makes sense. But that's going to be maybe for another podcast. Maybe this one. But I really believe confidence comes from an undeniable stack of proof that you have. So that could be your resume, your CV. But what I mean by undeniable stack of proof is are things that you have done that no one can say no you didn't do it. No one can combat you on whatever you say because you've done it. So how I created this undeniable stack of proof, and we all have one. We just haven't written it down, or we just haven't really thought about it. But confidence comes from that, and let me explain. So my undeniable stack of proof is I've made millions of views on TikTok. I've had hundreds of thousands of followers. I've got brand deals. I've worked with big brands like Nestle, G Fuel, uh, and that. Um, I won the highest award for cadets well, as a cadet. I had a double promotion from master corporal to warrant officer. So I jumped the sergeant rank. So these things, no one can say I didn't do it or you don't have proof. Yes, I do, and no one can say I didn't do it. So every time my confidence is challenged, or every time I have imposter syndrome, or I don't feel like I deserve something, then I remember those events or these things that actually happened, so I can tell myself, yo, I did this. I deserve this because I made it happen. Let me continue my undeniable stack of proof. I was multiple time national champion in Taekwondo, uh, as like colored belt and uh, I don't know if black belt. Yes, black belt in special techniques. Uh, I also went to the World Championships. I won second place with my team for power breaking. So it was the team event, second in the world, junior World Championships in Germany, in Zell in 2019. So these are the main things that I have coming out of my mind. But also, like when I was 17, I went to Vancouver in 2018. In 2018, I went to Vancouver to a mastermind, and I was the youngest there. Maybe there was one that was 16, but I was 17. Everyone there was 23 and up or 25. And all of this to say that it's not to flex. Well, actually, it is to flex. But you're flexing to yourself. Or I'm telling myself these are events that actually happened and that I made happen. Or God made happen. But no matter who made it happen, it was reality and it happened. So let's talk about imposter syndrome. I already had a podcast about this, or a post, a Facebook post. But I believe that imposter syndrome comes from putting your perspective of other people on a pedestal. So we're not really putting other people on a pedestal. We are putting our own perspective of other people on a pedestal. So let me give you an example. Let's say that I see let's call out names, okay? There's this Vietnamese kid, not me, Anto Tran. And apparently he made 375K in revenue last year. And I've been comparing myself so much with this guy. The reason why is because he's Vietnamese, like me. He's in Montreal, or around Montreal, like me. He's 23, 24 years old, like me. He's immigrant, like me. He speaks French and English, like me, and probably Vietnamese as well. And he's in TikTok, like me. The TikTok business, the TikTok marketing. He has an agency. Last year or 2 years ago, I compared myself almost, not every day, but this guy was like my op, and he didn't even know I existed. And he probably still doesn't know. I don't really care, but I was comparing myself so much with this guy because he had everything I had, like the background. And I couldn't get myself to remove him from my head or getting something, doing something without comparing myself to him. He was successful on TikTok, and he had brand deals working with Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Sunwing, and all these things. all this to say that I compared myself so much to him, and I had imposter syndrome when I was launching my marketing agency, my TikTok marketing agency. And I was like, how can I compete with this guy? How he's already established, he owns or he runs like the Gala Influence Création, something like that, or ACREA, Association des créateurs de contenu, créatrices et créateurs de contenu du Québec. Like, he runs all these. And who am I? So here is when you need to pull out your undeniable stack of proof and understand that God put you here for a reason. And everyone has a plan, but God's plan is, like, everyone's plan is within God's plan. Like, you, of course, we have free will, we can do whatever you want. I can just clap my hands right now, but it's all part of the plan. And I don't want to get too spiritual, religious, or preaching God right now. So I'll keep going. So I had imposter syndrome. The imposter syndrome was me putting my perspective of Antotran on a pedestal. At first, I thought I put him on a pedestal because he has the expertise and everything, but actually it is my perspective of him that made me feel lesser. So I'm not actually lesser than anyone, and I'm not necessarily better than anyone. We're all humans and we have the human experience. Every experience is different, even if we live in the same reality, because our perspective comes from our environment, where we came from. So our perspective is always going to be different. And I think what I like about marketing is that we are uniting perspectives and seeing different lenses through different lenses. So when I say a message to someone, my goal is to understand their perspective and help them understand something I want them to understand. So some people would call this manipulation. Well, it is, because everything we do is manipulation. When we talk, right now you're listening to this podcast, I'm manipulating you to see my perspective. And basically that's selling. We are selling ourselves every day. And selling is noble. Selling is necessary. Selling is good. So I put my perspective of Antotran on a pedestal. That made me feel lesser. But was I actually lesser? No. And so what really helped me is my stack of proof. Hey, I've done TikToks. Hey, I've done this, that. We are different. We're not the same person. Everyone has their path. So now I have no problem with him. I'm really grateful. Well, I'm happy for him as a fellow brother from another mother. I really believe that deep down, he's a good guy. Everyone's a good person. I truly believe that. Everyone is a good person until they decide they're not. And we were born full. We are born as good people. And we learn to forget that we are full. We learn to forget that we have everything we need. And there's a car that's gonna pass by. And they're gonna make a loop. So I truly believe that we are full and we have nothing to prove. And this is something that I was actively doing. I was trying to prove something to the world, to someone, and just trying to prove something. But what I realized working with Ron Lynch, he actually subtly and indirectly, without maybe I was manipulated, introduced me to faith and understanding that we are good people and we have everything we need and everything. Like, there's nothing to look for. We're just we just gotta love, serve, and enjoy life. And serving, what I mean by serving is use your talents, use your abilities to help the world be a better place. That's it. There's nothing much more than this. And while we help and serve, we can just be joyful and enjoy the process, enjoy helping, enjoy our lives. And so that is why my goal in the future, like you see right now, I'm in a winter jacket. It's minus something Celsius degrees Celsius, and it's cold. There's snow melting. There's the sun. But my goal is to be like in Texas or something warm, and live on a ranch with my 3 dogs, off leash. They've never been in a leash. They live on a ranch. There's my wife, my children getting raised on that ranch. I don't know. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm seeing, and I truly believe that it is achievable. And that this is like something I want to build, and this is something I'm building right now, one step at a time. And there's no one that's gonna tell me otherwise. Like, something that I'm 100% clear is no one is going to get in the way of me and my dreams, and me and what I want, and me and God. The reason why I bring up God is because it's something that I never knew existed. And I still don't know if God exists. I still don't know if there is a God or there is something. Well, I truly believe, I like to believe, I allow myself to believe that there is some higher power, someone just running all of this. That this is not just random, that the reason why I'm talking to you right now is not random. The reason why I'm walking around in circles in the sun on basketball court with some mic attached to my chick and my phone propped up on a tripod, I don't think it is random. And so, why you should listen to me? Well, you should maybe not. I don't know why you should listen to me. And I don't know. I think we should make our own minds. And the reason why I'm making this podcast is because it's truly because, okay, maybe I could help some people. But it is for me in a couple years to look back at this video and this podcast and see how far I've grown and how far I've gone or got. And say like, yo, this is what 23-year-old Kirkland thought in 2024. I'll be able to show this to my kids. I'll be able to show this to, my kids. And I like thinking like that. Of course, let's go back to confidence. So confidence is your undeniable stack of proof. And then where do you go from having this stack? So it's literally opening a Google Docs, writing my undeniable stack of proof, literally writing this, and then starting a bullet list. So I started a bullet list, and it's not made in a day. It's something that you do over time, and you don't need to write all your achievements in one day or in 2 goes. It's one day you write everything that comes to your mind, and then the next day or the week after, you're like, oh, I remember this also. So you write them so you never forget. And then once in a while, maybe you could print it. I haven't printed mine, but maybe I should. And then you can always look at it. And then from there, you can write your resume or your CV. And this is your undeniable stack of proof that is written, shareable, and that can get you jobs. Because think about it. A resume and a CV is you showing your credibility. Is you showing that, hey, I can do the job. Hey, I am the right person for you to hire. And this doesn't need to be like for my entrepreneur people. It's not like, hey, we need a job, or no, I'm not gonna get a job and I'm an entrepreneur and I'm not taking any jobs. No, it's just, hey, I have this CV, this resume that shows myself that I can do shit. I can do things. And then if I want to get a job with this, cool. I have the skill set. And that's it. So, what is a resume? What is a CV? It's credibility. It's you showing your credibility to people, to anyone, to yourself. So, what is credibility? Credibility is creditability. So, it's your ability to show your credits. Do you understand? Credibility is your ability to show your credits. And credibility gives you confidence, because credibility is your ability to show your credits, and your credits are your undeniable stack of proof. Do you see where confidence is coming from for me? Is my undeniable stack of proof? Then it's my ability to show it to other people, or especially to myself. Do you understand? So, start with knowing what your credits are. Know what your undeniable stack of proof is. Once you have it, put it on a piece of paper. Because what is not written doesn't exist. What is not written doesn't exist. If you have the best idea in the world and it's not written, it doesn't exist. It's not in the world, it's in your mind, but it doesn't exist. So if you have an idea, if you have a thought, if you have a story, if you have something, what is not written doesn't exist. Even on this video, what I'm saying, it doesn't exist until it is transcribed, or until it is live on YouTube or whatever. If it's not written, it doesn't exist. So write down your credibility, write down your credits, write down your undeniable stack of proof, and from there, well, learn how to communicate them. Learn how to show the world that you can do it. And you don't even need to show the world. Like people that do it to show their haters, to prove to other people that they could do it. Like, if you're successful and you're doing it for the haters, bro, there's something missing. There's something missing, because you're not doing it for yourself, your family, or even your family. Like, who are you doing this for? Is it selfish? Is it not? We're not doing it for other people. We're doing it to serve. Well, I am doing this to serve. That's it. Point blank. That's it. Point à la ligne. I'm doing this because I'm serving the world, and I believe I have something to bring to this world, because God put me here. That's it. So that's going to be the end of the podcast. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I love you. There's a dog shitting in front of me. Or no, he was just pissing. Or it was a girl, because she did like this, not like this. So have a good one. I really appreciate you sticking by. I hope you have a wonderful day. And you are full. And you have credibility. You have confidence. It's all within you. You are full. You just gotta find a way to articulate it, communicate it, and be a good person. Stay honest, stay authentic, and have a wonderful day.